Okay, time now for some serious tech chat. Joining me in the studio to go through the latest gadgets, gizmos and the geeky gossip, I'm not sure I like geeky gossip, is technology expert Sharma. Right, apparently Google have got something up their sleeves, haven't they?
They have. Well, as you know, it takes two to tango. That's the approach Google are taking with their new Project Tango range of smartphones and tablets. They're going to use two rear-facing cameras and some intelligent software to take 3D images. Now, these aren't 3D images like in the new Godzilla film. These are using infrared sensors to measure the depth of your surroundings. So it's more like 3D modeling than a 3D picture.
Okay.
And why are Google interested in this? Well, it sort of makes sense with their Google Maps offering. We know they're spending a lot of time and money on robotics. So I say, give robots the ability to see in 3D and a sense of their surroundings. We've got ourselves a robot uprising on our hands. So watch out for that, and watch out for news of Project Tango next month.
Yeah, that worries me slightly that all these things can happen. I mean, but why should we care about that?
Well, I think with Google Maps, they do a great job of mapping outdoors. I think with this tablet, with the 3D capability, be able to see inside places as well, so buildings. With the self-driving cars as well, if those cars can be aware of 3D objects in their barrier, then it could be really smart and interesting move for Google.
Yeah, sounds like a bit of a nightmare with a self-driving car. Moving on, Microsoft, they've got a new tablet. Is it any good?
Well, it's called the Surface Pro 3. It was announced last week to a resounding meh. Their last tablet accounted for just 1.5% of global sales, so we're not expecting a smash hit with this one. But there are a few interesting things. It's bigger, it's about 12 inches, it's faster, obviously. And the interesting thing is they're not targeting the iPad with this. This isn't an iPad killer. They're talking about it in terms of being a full laptop replacement, so focusing on business users. So if you're one of those and if you're interested, it'll be out around August time this year.
Okay. Facebook, apparently, they're listening to what we're listening to.
Facebook is listening to.
They're everywhere, aren't they? They're now listening to us. What's this about?
Well, you've heard of Shazam, right? The mobile app uses your microphone to detect what's playing in the background. Well, Facebook are doing something similar with their mobile app. So when you post a status from your phone, it'll use the microphone to listen to what music you're listening to or what TV shows you're watching. I know, a bit creepy. The company says that it won't be able to pick up on conversations that you're having. But there are some privacy concerns. For example, will Facebook use your listening or viewing habits to target more tailored ads? Well, one thing's for sure, I'm going to be a lot more careful about the guilty pleasures I watch and listen to, so no more Towie for me.
Well, when your Desperate Housewives is on, you know, it comes up on your Facebook profile, you know why now.
It'll be funny if it detected you were watching EastEnders because of the environment you're living in. They're like, oh my God, he must be watching a rough episode of EastEnders.
That would be very true to me. Finally then, you know, out here in London, often you can struggle just to get Wi-Fi because of all the tall buildings. Apparently that's not the case on the moon.
No, well, once we've completely devastated this planet, we have to head up to the moon for a fresh start. We're going to need air, water, food, and of course, fast Wi-Fi internet connection. So good news, MIT and NASA are working on that. They say they can get reliable internet connection up on the moon, around 20 megabytes per second, which is pretty much what I'm getting in Hackney. They're doing this with 4 telescopes in New Mexico that are sending up these infrared light beams. It sounds pretty complicated. It looks like it works. They say in space no one can hear you scream. In the future, they'll be able to see your space selfies and your intergalactic tweets.
Wow. You know, it makes me wonder, it just makes me wonder why they're spending all this money on this. But, you know, one day maybe that's where we'll be.
Yeah, well, they put a man on the moon. Now they're putting Wi-Fi up there too.